Hello guys, this is the 2,000 subscriber Q&A. I really just want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to get to 2K subscribers. I really appreciate anybody who watches my videos. You guys don't understand how happy you guys make me on a daily basis. Like, I don't know, man, it's just like making videos is the only passion that I really have, to be honest. I don't care about school. You know, this is like the only thing that I really focus on. And I enjoy it and I love it. I actually did my hair right before this. I did my hair and I shaved and I was like, normally I really don't care what I look like in my videos, but for some reason, the Q&A videos, I care. And I think it's because these videos are kind of special to me and they're important to me because they're like, they show the milestone, if that makes sense. When I have more subscribers in the future, I can look back on these videos, you know, and be like, oh, this is how I was at this time and stuff like that. But, yeah, you guys asked me a bunch of questions in my Discord. I actually have questions from 3 months ago when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I think is when I made this Discord. So I'm gonna do those first, but I'm gonna have to scroll. Lord Ligma asks, why does my dad not love me? I don't know. I mean, I love you. Does that count? I mean, I got the same question. Why does my mom not love me? I'd rather have a dad that doesn't like me than no dad at all. Wow. Okay, let's scroll down. Aladdis asks, would you sell your used underwear? I don't see why the fuck not. If you guys, listen, bro, if you guys would dead ass buy my used underwear for like $30, I would sell that shit. That is free cash. I am so goddamn, I have never been so serious in my life. If you guys would actually buy my used underwear, I will sell it for like $30, $50. It's not a scam if you want it. Yo, Xander asks, thoughts on hentai? It's okay. I actually don't like hentai too much. I kind of like to swap between normal porn and hentai. So if my porn was on a ratio, it would be like out of 20 times that I watch porn, it would be probably 15 normal porn videos and then 5 hentai videos. I'm not too big on hentai, but it's still pretty good. Xander also asks again, thoughts on gay porn. Listen, I know y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? But look, I've been scrolling through Twitter, whacking my shit, and there are some occasional times that some homo sexy shit pops up, and I'm like, I was beating while looking at it. Like, hey, listen, I didn't process. There we go. I didn't process what I was looking at for like a solid 3 seconds. All right, cut me a break. I watched it for 10 seconds, but I didn't process it for 3 seconds in. Okay, let's relax. That guy asks again, why do you use PC now instead of being the console LUCIO God? Okay, so for you guys that don't know, you guys that are like somewhat new, I actually used to play on console only, and I switched because I heard that the Overwatch 2 beta was coming out and it was only going to be on PC. So I started playing on PC, and now I kind of just don't want to switch back because it's so much easier to record on here and just to play in general. It's better and it's easier. And so yeah, that's why I'm on PC now. Lord Ligma asks, do you think feminism has changed from trying to be equal to men to hating on men, trashing them? I think it definitely has, 100%. The thing is, that isn't real feminism. I've talked to feminists before. In fact, my own girlfriend considers herself a feminist, and she talks to me about it, and it's completely different from what I see other people talking about. Her view is more like men and women should be equal, whereas the majority of quote-unquote feminists that I see are just like, men shouldn't even be alive. And it's just like, this is just not, the idea of feminism has completely changed. Most of men, we can just go through TikTok and it'll be like, wow, okay, another feminist is telling me that I am inferior because of my gender. And it's like, isn't that the same exact thing that you're supposed to be fighting against? Like, it's the same issue. It's just now you're the perpetrator. You feel me? So yeah, I think it definitely has. And that's coming from someone that isn't a feminist and that also isn't like a men's right activist. Like, I'm kind of perfectly in the middle with anything that's political. So this is coming from me looking at both sides, not just one side. My friend Jeremy asks, when you eat with your fam, does everyone get their own cup to drink from, or do you share one big cup? What the fuck kind of family are you living in? That just sounds like bacteria. It's so nasty. What are we in church? Nasty ass. Ghost OW asks, are you planning on playing other games like Mortal Kombat on the channel, or are you going to stay directly focused on Overwatch? I do want to stay directly focused on Overwatch, at least for a while. Some horror games at some point. Like, at some point, I want to start going on to other games. And at some point, I do want to start streaming. At some point, I do want to start playing horror games. And I have plans, right? I have plans for the future of the channel. but I don't want to. I want to do them at the right time. You know what I mean? For now, I really just want to focus on Overwatch. I want to focus on just growing my publicity and growing my Overwatch community before I get into any of that. So yes, I do plan on it, just not really anytime soon. Splatty asks, what is my biggest accomplishment in life? That is a very good question. I don't have too many, and I definitely don't have a lot that I'm proud of. But if I had to say, it would probably be, I guess I would have to say, I was in around 8th grade or so. I used to play track and field. I'm actually a big athlete. I know it doesn't look like it, but I actually am a pretty big athlete. I played basketball, I played track, I played soccer, I played baseball. I played a bunch of sports. The one that I'm best at, but is not my favorite, is track and field. I'm very fucking fast. It was like this big track meet, and out of, I think it was like 5,000 people or some like crazy amount of number like that. Out of 5,000 people, for the 100-meter dash, came in, I think, 3rd or 5th, or somewhere around there, and I was really, really proud of that. So yeah, I guess that's my biggest accomplishment in life. And I said that track isn't my favorite sport, but it's the one I'm best at. My favorite sport is actually basketball. In fact, I was playing basketball yesterday. I don't know, I just like basketball. It's just fun, and I don't know. It makes me feel nice and fuzzy on my dick. Swiss Miss Instant Piss, okay, interesting name, asks, favorite game of all time. My favorite game of all time, okay. Wow, this is hard because I played so many video games in my life. If we're going by nostalgia, it's definitely Super Smash Bros. Brawl. If we're going by storyline and gameplay and that kind of stuff, it's definitely Uncharted 2. It was just an amazing game. Another really, really good one is... Fuck, I just forgot. Oh my... Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That one is amazing. Best Assassin's Creed game, easily. A lot of people shit on the Assassin's Creed genre, including me, because their newer games are absolute dog shit. But their older games are fucking amazing. They need to go back to making their older games because they're very good. A lot of people hated Assassin's Creed Unity because it was really buggy for them, but I never had any bugs on the game. So for me, Assassin's Creed Unity is actually in my top 3 Assassin's Creed games. And I know that's a very, very hot take because people say that that's the worst one. But the only reason they say that is because it was so buggy. Over time, they fixed the bugs and now the game is actually fucking amazing. So for me, Assassin's Creed Unity is top 3. Black Flag is top 3. Lord Ligma asks, why I ugly? I highly doubt you're ugly. I'm gonna be honest. Not only because you're subscribed to Avocado Jelly, but also because it's just like, I've never really met an ugly, okay, I've seen some really ugly people. People are just average looking, and I'm sure you're just average looking. I doubt you're ugly. A lot of people just have self-confidence issues, and you're probably one of them. But honestly, I used to have self-confidence issues a lot. So I would say just focus on, you know, clearing up your skin or making your hair look nice, you know, smelling good. Just start focusing on trying to make yourself look better. And normally that works, you know, like working out and stuff. Just like focusing on yourself in general will give you confidence. So yeah, you're not ugly, you just don't have confidence, man. Blowjob, interesting name, asks, why am I light skinned? My mom she's Dominican, but she's white skinned, and my dad is Puerto Rican, and he's not dark skin, but very, very brown skin. And I'm not very, very brown skin like my dad, but I'm also not white skin like my mom. So I think what happened to me is like the genes kind of just mixed into one and they made me light skin. I'm pretty sure I actually got most of the recessive traits in my family. I have 2 older brothers, and well, one of them doesn't have hair because he has something called alopecia, which is the same thing that Will Smith's wife has, Jada Smith. She has alopecia. He literally just has no... But when he did have hair, it was like straight, it's kind of wavy. So, and my older brother has completely straight hair, and my dad has straight hair. My mom has curly hair. I think I got the recessive trait on that one again, since both my brothers have straight hair and I have super curly hair. Both my brothers are also white skinned like my mom, so I guess I got the recessive gene on that one too. I guess I'm just a recessive person. Come fuck me in the asshole. Canutes Maggot. I just cuffed that name so bad. I'm sorry. Who's the most fine Overwatch character, and why is it Roadhog? I don't know why you're saying this. You've clearly never got bullshit hooked across the map, or bullshit hooked when Hog wasn't even looking at you and trying to hook somebody else, or hooked through your entire team, or hooked in general. Have you? No. Fuck you. My friend Jeremy asks again, what made you pull the alarm? Jeremy, why? Okay, so Jeremy and me, we went to the same elementary school since kindergarten, and in 7th grade, on a Thursday. We were coming up from gym, and my dumbass, being me, I was like, Jeremy, watch this. I'm gonna fuck around with the fire alarm right here. So I was like, I was fucking with it. I was like pulling it down a little bit, but not enough to the point where it would actually fucking activate. Next thing you know, I pull it a little bit more. Centimeter. All I hear is... My heart instantly drops to the bottom of my testicles. Not to mention, it is pouring rain outside, so everybody in the school has to go outside, pouring rain, and wait there for like 10 minutes. Eventually, they bring us back into the school and have us go in the gymnasium, which makes, first of all, which makes no fucking sense. Because why are we going back in the school if there's supposedly a fire? Do you want us to fucking... That makes no sense. Not only that, the gymnasium is all fucking wood. It's a basketball court. It is all wood. The second one thing catches on fire in that gymnasium, we die. Thank you, guys. If it was a real fire, we would all be dead. That school is fucking horrible. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. While we're sitting there, the fucking fire department and the police walk into the gymnasium. I'm like, oh my fucking gosh, there's no way. At this point, I'm shaking. I'm shivering in my timbers. I'm shaking. I feel like throwing up. I thought I was dead. I thought they were just gonna be like, come here, we're handcuffing you, and you're never leaving jail ever again. You're gonna drop the soap, and a big black guy is gonna start pounding your ass and give you a cream pie, and now you're a twink. I thought that's what's gonna happen to me. So the guilt is eating up at me, and the anxiety is eating up at me so bad that I'm like, I can't fucking take it anymore. Fuck! I went up to the principal, who is, by the way, the meanest person I've ever met on this fucking planet. I go up to her, and I tell her, listen, I pulled the fire alarm. She brings me into the office, and she starts screaming at me. Her face is completely red, and she's pointing at me with her finger. She's poking me with her finger every 5 seconds. I still have a fucking bruise. She was screaming at me so much that the vice principal actually had to come in and tell her to leave. Because they thought she was literally gonna pass the fuck out or like die or some shit. So they actually had to have her leave and drink fucking tea. Where's my tea? I am in 7th grade, crying so hard that I can't even breathe because this lady's screaming at me, telling me that I'm not gonna be able to go to high school, that I'm a federal criminal, all this crazy shit. But where's my tea? Where the fuck is my tea? She's the one yelling at me. The fire department comes in. I'm crying so much. I can't even breathe. I can't even speak. I'm doing that shit. I'm like... You know, you're crying like that and you can't breathe. That was me. The fire department starts talking to me. They're like, listen, you can't be doing that. We're letting you off with a warning. But if that happens again, then they're actually going to like put it on my record. They said they're not going to put it on my record. I was like, thank God. Thankfully, I can go to high school now. I was going to go to high school anyway, but the principal's an asshole. And now, this is the most interesting part. This is the most interesting part, okay? She gives me in-school suspension for like 72 hours. I have to go on lunch recess and I have to go after school. Fine. I'm okay with it. Fuck it. Now, she forces me on the intercom to apologize to the entire school. Kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. I had like 5 minutes to write down my apology. While I'm still crying, there's tears all over the page. The 5 minutes are up, I finally write it down. I go to the intercom, and I stopped my crying. The second I turned on the intercom, my heart dropped to my ass again. I started getting a huge anxiety attack, the most anxiety I've ever had in my entire life. And I just started bawling my eyes out. I couldn't even speak. I had to force myself to. So while I was crying my ass off and feeling like I was about to pass out, I was apologizing to the entire school over the intercom. Oh, I'm so sorry for what I did. I know I endangered the lives of everybody in this school. Literally exactly like that. Yeah, it was bad. And I had to go back up to my classroom, still crying, and put away my stuff and act like nothing fucking happened. Genuinely, now that I'm rethinking about it, it was kind of a traumatic experience. I think that's where my anxiety spiked. I'm gonna be honest. After that, I just had anxiety way more than I ever had in my life. So you know what? Fuck you, Sister Jane. Sorry I deviated from the question, but I really hope you guys enjoyed that story time. Also, would you rather only be able to hug people who try to dap you up, or only dap people who try to hug you? This is such a weird fucking question, but probably hug people that try to dap me up. If I'm trying to hug somebody and I can only dap them up, that seems like less emotional. Like my girlfriend would want to hug me, and I'm not gonna dap up my girlfriend every time I see her. I want to hug her, so yeah. I would just hug people who try to dap me up, because the world needs more love anyway. Morgan asks, what are your plans for Overwatch 2? Push for top 500? Play casually for content creation? Both? Full-time streaming? Honestly, I don't have any plans for Overwatch 2. I think I'll probably just play casually for content creation, and I'm obviously going to play, you know, to get better at the game, because since they'll be making more content, and since the game will be more alive, be more inspiring, and I'll be more inclined to actually play the game. So I'll probably end up, you know, being pretty good at the game regardless. But I don't really have any specific plans. Just play the game, you know, create content, basically just do what I'm doing now, but in Overwatch 2. Full-time streaming? No, I would never go full-time streaming because I'm in love with making YouTube videos. Maybe if I have the time, I might think about streaming and making videos. But that would be really hard. I would probably just end up making the YouTube videos from the streams. So yeah, to answer your question, basically no plans yet. Just if there are any plans here, it's just to play casually for content creation. Whatever happens, I'm a very go with the flow kind of guy, you know? I'm just gonna go with whatever the universe hands to me, you know? I'm just gonna go with it, and I'm just gonna, you know, like chill and not really force anything too much. That's normally how I just live my life in general. Josh asks, 2K sub special stream. This fucking guy. He's a streamer that I make videos with all the time. You guys, anybody who watches my videos knows who Josh is. And he's always on my ass to stream. Every single fucking day, it feels like. He's like, Michael, you gotta stream. Michael, you gotta stream. Michael, you gotta stream. Maybe I will, okay? Maybe when we hit 5K, or maybe when we hit 10K, I'll do a stream. I don't know, maybe. Possibly, okay? Possibly. Tori the Conqueror asks, do you watch FaZe Jev? Your type of content reminds me of his. Yes, actually, I do watch FaZe Jev. And we do have the same editing style, so that's probably why my content reminds you of his. And that's not on purpose, you know? I was just, when I had like fucking 10 subscribers or something like that, I was figuring out what kinds of videos I wanted to make. And it turned out that that FaZe Jev style of editing is exactly what I liked and is exactly what people liked. So I just kept doing that. And here I am now. I don't think I really copy his content because I think my content is much more, has a different vibe to it than his content. But yes, it's definitely similar for sure. So yeah, I do watch FaZe Jev. He's actually one of my favorite YouTubers. I don't really watch him too much anymore because he makes Call of Duty content and I don't play Call of Duty. Call of Duty's kind of just in a horrible spot right now. It has been since, honestly, since like Infinite War. Okay, and this is the last question. Schmokemeister asks, when you're playing support and someone takes Lucio, who do you play instead and why? If somebody takes Lucio, I always play Bap. Unless somebody specifically asks me to play something else, then I maybe will if I feel like it. The reason I play Bap is because he's my second best support. I feel like he's also really overpowered, so it's kind of hard to not, you know, get a lot of value by playing him. Immortality's broken, he has really good healing, he has insane damage. If not Bap, then Ana is my third go-to support, just because I don't think Ana's that hard to play. You just need aim and positioning. And I also will never go Ana if there's like a Tracer, Genji, and Winston. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I'm not an Ana main, I don't know how to deal with that shit. If they take Bap, then maybe I'll play Brig or if they play Ana, maybe I'll play Brig if we need more peel, you know? But you will never ever, you will rarely catch me on Mercy, you will rarely ever catch me on More. Anyway, that is gonna be it for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I have to really take a shit. I've literally been holding in the entire Q&A, so I'm going to unleash. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys for getting me to 2,000 subscribers. You guys don't understand how important making YouTube videos is to me. You know, it's the only thing I care about. Thank you guys for watching my content. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you guys a lot, because all of my recent videos have been doing very well and have been even blowing up. Like, I have 2 or 3 videos that got over like 500 views, and I have one video that I released 2 days ago that has, I think, 1.5 thousand views right now. So I really do want to thank you guys for that. I also, on my TikTok, I released these 2 clips in the same week that got over 1 million views. So yeah, we're growing really fast randomly. So thank you guys so much for that. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the content I make. Yeah, thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for being a great community. I want you to be mine. I need your heart and I need your love. I'll give you all the chains I got and rings, no pop. My heart beat like a 40 Glock and sending shots. I'm afraid of all the changes, but I want more than the same thing. So what is a word, girl? How you feeling? I know this song shit got you tweaking. I just hope you ain't scheming, cause me around you feel pleasing. Do you feel the same? Do I make you feel